could you tell us your name, where you're from, and what on earth you're doing in Gdansk?
So, I'm Eva. I'm from Greece, Athens. And I have found myself in Gdansk because so when I saw the open call, immediately I related it with my practice because it was referring to climate crisis and seeing Gdansk on the map. That is a city that is so much related with water. I saw rivers, I saw the sea. Before that, I knew nothing, honestly. And I immediately had the desire to apply. Should I refer more to what I did finally? Or
well, I can ask you that. I know that you put in a beautiful proposal for what you were going to do here. And then you came here and you made something happen and you interviewed people and you met people and can you tell me did it change? Was it what you expected? Just tell me a bit about what happened.
It's funny that, when I applied, my proposal was mostly related to ecological, subjects, ecological problems. But then, arriving here, I realized that the relation of this site, I will not say Gdansk, because Gdansk is the city, but the site is a really more complex situation, and more complex problem or subject, I would say. So, finding myself here, I completely changed all my thoughts and my goals for the project. I realized that the site has a very complex relation with its waters and in many layers. So in the beginning, to simplify a little bit, because it was chaotic, to simplify a little bit the work, explore and recognize these different layers of relations. I decided to work with time. So this month that I will be here would be my now, here and now. And then there was a time before that and the time after that. And I wanted, since the goals of the projects were related to climate crisis, I wanted to really see this here and now as a turning point that could probably give the impulse for a change or possible solutions or reflections for the future. So also my work, which came later, but I now recognize it as a work also in 3 scales. That has a large scale, which was a map, which was like the graphic expression of different elements that were explored during the work. There was a video that is more related to textures and the reality of the site now, and also some jars with, I will refer to it later, but this was a tangible scale, and let's say a tangible element that would really bring the site somehow into the exhibition site. So starting from the past, I studied old maps of the city, and what I realized was that in the old maps of Gdansk, you see that people not only made different routes or builded things, but also they changed the courses of the waters several times. So really, the history of the city is accompanied of different water routes and different use of the waters. Also, before coming here, I had also read that the name of the city is related with an Proto-Slavic prefix that refers to the notion of wet. Then, so all this was concentrated on this map. Also, referring to the present, I try to, let's say, annotate all my experience here, my walks, the things that I saw and were important for me, or even some things that were really personal, maybe, because always when you see something, you have a filter of what you know that makes you maybe give importance to what you live, what you experience, and what you see. So also on the map, I annotated things that I saw in the city and were important for me, like landmarks, toponyms as well that refer to water and to the history of the city in relation with water. Also some signs that, for example, I was really impressed of how many signs were that forbid to people to put themselves into the water, which was really strange because it's an element of everyday life. It's they walk near the water, they have leisure time near the water. The tourism is related with water, the port, like all the prosperity of the city. The map also contains that. And also my experience is very much obvious in the video because I recorded things that really impressed me or caught my eye. And then there was the future. For the future, I really wanted to build a narrative. When I started realizing all this complex relationship with waters, I wanted to build a narrative that would be, let's say, would give hope at the end. So it would make a projection for the future that would be somehow positive or open to solutions and reflections. And there were several things about the future. At this point, I want to refer to the subtitle of my project. My project is called Spirits of the Waters, Reflections on the Waters of Gdansk. The title and the subtitle have a very direct connection with this three-part construction of the project. So, in the past, maybe because I'm Greek, but I really like to explore how people related to sites in prehistorical times. The anthropologist Lévi-Strauss says something that for me is very interesting, that people use the environment to create imagenes mundi. And this means that they use elements of the environment to build narratives in order to understand the world. So they use maybe something that is tangible and is there and they are very familiar with to understand something that is bigger or unknown or maybe scary. So in the Slavic mythology, there is this narrative about some spirits of the waters that are called rusalkas. And they were coming out of the water at night to moist the agricultures. So in this case, you see that people really see in the water something more that helps them survive, helps them live better. So that's why I gave this title to my project, because I really believe that maybe some solutions for our future exist in our past. Because people in the past had more experiential and deep way of connecting with their environment. So the title comes from there. I really wanted to see what is the spirit that today resides in the water and maybe could come and give new solutions or new ideas for the climate crisis, which is the main problem in our times. So for the future, I the first thing that crossed my mind was to explore a little bit what the local community had to say about these problems. And I thought of the students of the University of Gdansk as a future generation, that they are the future designers, that maybe they will have to how do we say that? Confront the mistakes. I thought of the students of architecture of the University of Gdansk as possibly the future designers that could confront these problems in the future. So I went to the university. I had some talks with them. I gave them some simple questionnaires to see if they are aware of the problems, what they think, what is the water for them, some more personal ones as well, and if they use strategies of water management in their projects. And also at the end, I was asking them, I gave them some small copies of the map I was thinking to present. And I asked them to do me a sketch or share an idea or share an old project or whatever they wanted for some specific site that would be on this map. And all the work of the students is also incorporated in my map. One can scan QRs at the specific site and see the ideas, the problems, the sketches, or even existed problems, of course, related with water in all cases. So that was really interesting because it also gave me more space to understand of people who do live here and people who study the sites and people who have to build a narrative with something very specific and very real, how they see the situation. Also on my map, I have referring to the future, I have the possible floods in 2050. And it's interesting because you see the different layers, like what the water has been historically from old maps, what the water is today, and what the water may be in the future in the same space. And also another part of my projection for the future was this look at the past that I referred to. So there are some scientific papers that propose different low-tech solutions for climate crisis. So one of the most important goals is to reduce the amounts and the emissions of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And so there are some papers that refer to algae as a possible way to reduce the amounts of carbon dioxide. And this is because algae, like most plants, makes photosynthesis. Therefore, it is a very good solution, especially for sites with wide surfaces of water. So referring to that, this also comes together with my thought of some spirits of the water that may come out as a solution, and also to the reflections on the city of Gdansk, which was a subtitle. It has a double meaning. Of course, it's a reflection, to reflect, to think, but also to look at the problem and on the water and what the reflection could give you as a solution. So I brought the algae in the exhibition space because I wanted it to be something tangible and something real that is there. It's in the river. We may not see it, but suddenly in the exhibition site, you really see it in the jars. And that was mainly my work.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything.
And how do you see, just to finish off, what would you like to see happening in the future?
In Gdansk or generally?
For your work, in Gdansk, for whatever you think.
This work, I will start with something personal, was important for me and for my practice, because it really gave me a very, how can I say that? Maybe, I'm not sure I cannot say it was the best side to work on because I don't know the other sides. But it was really a very good site that would bring many things together, and all this reflection on how to put all the things together, how to study them, how to create through them, was really a huge step for my practice, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm very curious to see what the future projects and the future artists of the program will bring to the table. And I really hope that all this work somehow will bring more near to people the reality of this problem. I think art is a very human way of communicating things, because maybe even multidisciplinary approaches bring together different fields like science or history or whatever, that maybe people are not familiar with it. But I believe that it's a very human way to communicate things and simplify, simplify, but not in a bad way, in a way that makes it just accessible to more people. So I hope that more people will focus on that, will start working with that, and so to really be able to make a change and spread the information and the size of this problem, which is very near. And I really believe that such programs that gives you the time and the space and the tools to make so are really useful. I'm really looking forward to see the projects that will come in the next steps.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Eva.
Thank you.
Lovely.